asking me like, where are you?
We coming.
No, good evening. Before we get into this, yours truly, Drake Swift. I'm here with Alex Sportsmile, Corey Savage Kitty. We got Red Queen from the East Coast, Connecticut. But before we get into this, I want to thank the fans. It has been 1 year, effective next week on the 17th. So I made this video. I just want to play it for the fans real quick, and then we'll get into the interview. So
Sweet.
Let me play this real quick. I think everybody's seen it so far. So. So we want to thank everybody. It has been 1 year. Oh my God! It feels like we just started last week. We're doing the 86th episode today with Red Queen, and then we're going to do our 100th episode in Detroit, Michigan, as a cohesive group. So, like I said, once again, thanks for joining us tonight. Today, what's today? The 11th of August.
All day.
Yeah, so also celebrating the 48th anniversary of hip hop. Marks today's birthday, so happy birthday, hip hop. Like I said, yours truly, Drake Swift, Alex Sportsmile, Tori Savage Kitty, Red Queen. How are you doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Okay. And you know what? I think you need your girl that just smokes so we could just watch her smoke.
She's babysitting.
She told me that she started this a couple months ago. She'd try to bring on a friend, but all she would do was just smoke all the time. And
Damn.
she would always
People love her. I just can't have her on my interviews.
Yeah, she would revert to her and be like, "What do you think?" She'd be like,
Time and place.
I don't even know.
Time and place. Right.
He's like, I don't even know what the question was.
She'll be like, "Can you say that again?"
She's like, I need snacks.
So
that's another whole podcast right there.
Yeah. So Red Queen does her show out of Connecticut. Like I said, she's born and raised in Brooklyn.
I was born in Brooklyn. My mother brought me out here in the early 80s.
Okay. And then moved to Connecticut recently. How long you been there?
I just came back. I was living in Ohio.
Ohio? Where in Ohio?
In Salem.
Where's Salem? I don't even know where.
It's a white town by Boardman. I was the only Hispanic on the block. I would go to Walmart and they would look at me like,
so,
I'm like, what?
You got all the stairs. All the stairs.
So,
they would look at me and I'd be like, what? You never seen a Puerto Rican?
Nope.
So I was in Columbus, Ohio in 2018 for about 3 months, and we were walking around. Like Columbus wasn't too bad, but when we got to the outer areas, I see nothing but like KKK. I seen
super white.
Yeah, I seen the Confederate flag, and I was like, oh man, they probably never see no Mexican over here.
No,
like oh my,
sure haven't.
And then I had so I'll tell you,
Excuse me.
I'm a big Michigan fan, right? Michigan football, Michigan basketball, whatever. So my card that I was using actually broke down, and I had a keychain that was it said Michigan, and then on the other side it said Go Michigan. So I was having some problems. I took it into Firestone, and I handed him the keys. He's like, I'm not taking those keys. And I said, what? I'm not taking those keys. And he goes, you know where you're at, boy? And I said, what do you mean? Like,
What's that, boy?
Yeah.
He said, boy.
Son.
He said, you're in Ohio State. We are Ohio State fans. We don't touch anything that says Michigan on it. And I never realized how much of a, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think I was like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have Michigan fans, but these Ohio State fans, they were fanatics. Like, yeah, they were like, this
They're so serious about it. Like they shut their whole town down in Ohio for football. I had a friend, he got so mad at me because he'd be like, we beat you. I said, well, if all you got is football and fucking cows, you better beat me. And he was like, what? Fuck, what kind of cows? I said, fucking, you fuck cows? And he was so mad at me. I was like, well, that's all y'all do there, right?
Right.
Maybe
I don't know.
He was my friend for very long after that.
So I got to tell you another crazy story. So my cousin,
That's
when
funny.
I moved out here in like 90, right? My cousin wanted to come out here. He's from Detroit. And he goes, yeah, let's go out there and let's tip cows. I was like, what the fuck is tipping cows? What is that?
It's white people show.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm a city boy, and I'm like, what is that? What are you talking about? Tipping cows? What is that? And he's like, when they're sleeping, you push them over. I was like, I'm not doing any of that.
So mean.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Y'all, listen, y'all do that. You're going to get shot out there. Don't do that.
You're going to have the KKK up your ass.
Oh, okay. The KKK.
And well, the big thing is, like I said, when I was in Ohio, when I was in that area, I was, there was a lot of backwoods areas or whatever, and I'm knocking doors because that's what I'm a salesman. I'm knocking doors. I see a lot that says, I see signs on the doors that say private property. We'll shoot people. Like they were like there were signs everywhere like we will shoot you, and I was like, I'm scared to
Good to know.
Yeah, like I was scared to knock on these doors, and I'm not scared to knock anywhere. And I sent a sales guy up to a door, and he knocks on the door, and the guy comes out. His wife's like, "What the fuck do you want?" He's like, he got all scared, and he's like, he goes, and then the husband comes out with a gun. I will shoot you, motherfucker.
Oh, no.
I was like, run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, that sounds like Ohio. So how long were you in Ohio for, Red?
For a year.
Oh, sorry.
A year too long.
A year. Oh my God.
And it was all like it was all farm.
It was all farm. I know you were scared.
It's crazy because it's super pretty there. Like it's nice and green and flowing, and there's a lot of things to look at in that sense.
There goes Smokey.
Yo, Smokey in the house.
Can we have her call in so she can just smoke with us? That's
You can ask her. I don't know if she'll do it.
Just put her in a little box in the top corner by you.
Yeah, I just want to smoke with her.
She's babysitting right now, so I don't think she's gonna be smoking.
Right.
Let's hope
Chiefing with the kids. Did
you?
I don't condone that. Sometimes.
Did you get
Sometimes.
I don't know, but sorry.
Anyways, yeah, just love that.
So, like I said, Red
Reel
Queen.
it in.
When did you start your podcast?
I started doing lives about 2 years ago when I came back from Ohio.
Okay.
A friend of mine, his name is Derek Morgan. He pushed me into it.
Okay.
And then I would do lives like regularly, talking about sex, talking about relationships, talking about dildos and stuff like that. And and one day, another friend of mine told me, "Well, maybe you should start your own shit."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Well, I don't know." And he kept pushing me. Like they kept pushing me, and I finally did it. I started No Limits about like around, I would say about February.
So I know a lot of us started businesses, podcasts, all kinds of stuff during COVID. And it's funny, you said you were talking about dildos and stuff. And she asked me, she goes, that's funny because we were just talking about, because I launched my own show last week. And it was, the first topic was
the squirting.
The squirting, yeah.
I did that last night. I was asking them and they were like, it's piss.
It's piss. See? Everybody's saying it's
no, my boyfriend says, I asked my boyfriend last night and I was like, what do you think that squirting is? He was like, it's your juices. He's like, it's your juices.
Yeah, because it doesn't smell like
and I'm like, I don't know why
like
people
piss.
keep saying that. Like,
right?
kids,
Does it taste like piss? We
I don't eat pussy,
guys
so I don't know.
Right. I mean,
Right.
I take. Well, it doesn't taste like urine.
Doesn't taste like urine. Okay.
It doesn't. It doesn't smell like urine either. So I think a little urine might get in there. I think everybody has maybe a little urine. That's gross to think of, but
well, it's
I think
funny.
we've all tasted it. I mean, that's where it comes from. It's kind of hard to not have traces of it, but I don't think that's what's
it's ejaculation. It's you got just Google it.
I did, and it says it's a mixture. I'm not buying it. I don't. It doesn't smell like urine.
Well, it was funny because on the comments that I put on, the is it piss, is it cum or whatever, and Miguel, we had him on his show. He said I drank it. Like I was like, drink it,
right? Like,
what do you mean you drank it? Like in like
a collector cup?
Well,
I did a live not too long ago about sperm.
If
you think about it, scientifically, sperm is good for the woman's skin.
Right. I heard that. I've heard that.
They say that if you rub the sperm on your face, it clears your pores. It gets rid of the pimples and stuff. And if you swallow it, it's good for your anxiety and stuff like that. So
wow. Well, I got cups full.
So you know anyway?
I was going to collect sperm to sell it to the girls.
Right.
Nobody wants
to them the fuck out. Yeah.
I'm not going to give them my
that anxiety.
One of those facilities that will buy this.
They can swallow sperm instead of taking Xanax.
I can help people's anxiety. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I be thinking sometimes
learn something new every day.
I think
that what is it called? That sea moth it looks like sperm. So
sea moss. I have sea moss in my refrigerator. It's pineapple flavor.
Doesn't it look like it?
Go figure.
You never know.
Now that I think about this and I say it out loud, it all fucking makes sense.
I have a friend who invested.
It does.
Into sea moss, into that, like big time.
It's so crazy. Good for you.
Rub it on his face.
What's that? No, he deals with. It's not like that. Sperm. See, it's. There, I don't know how to describe because he's had some other things that he's been dealing with, like he just had a newborn baby and stuff like that. So I don't know where he's going. Where he's going with the business, but he invested in that some way somehow, and he was dealing with it like during COVID last year or something like that. I seen a couple videos.
Nice.
They say I don't know too much about it. COVID to swallow the semen.
Right.
Yeah, I jumped on the Dr. CB train, and as soon as I heard about it, I was like, oh, I need to have it. I need every flavor. Put it in my fridge. So I don't know if there's a connection. I need to know about this, just so I'm not out here like rub it on me.
When you find out, let me know.
Right?
It's magically delicious. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
So she started this a couple months ago. Originally went on live in February. How's the show going so far? I know you said you do the lives and talk.
It's picking up. It's picking up.
You talk about everything like we do. I don't think you talk about politics, sports. I think you said.
Politics gives me a headache.
Politics gives me a headache.
It gives me a headache. I can't.
And
then
she said, I interview freestyle artists, try every week or every other week. I think you said that you tried to interview businesses, but it didn't go so well.
No, the businesses, I would try, because I try to support everybody, and I think that if we all support one another, people will get more united. They won't be so much drama.
It'll spread.
Agreed.
It'll spread.
Unity is the key.
New businesses didn't work for me. I kept I would do flyers and set up the interviews, and some of them didn't show. Then they wouldn't answer me, and I was like, no, I can't stress myself.
Yeah, and some people don't want they probably realize or not only are they camera shy or whatever, they don't want some of their business out there. Maybe they just, whatever.
But they
come
to me. That's the problem. That they come to me and they ask me.
That's even more mind blowing.
That's terrible.
With no show, and they came to you. unexplainable actually. But
Don Bonchinche
they're
right
lost.
there has another. He has his own podcast too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Don. Thanks for joining us.
I be bringing him on my platform.
Okay.
Because he's
so
on the show.
So you're right now you're doing a video blog already. So on your show, are you eventually want to transition to the audio part where you can upload it or have it on Apple and Spotify and all that good stuff? Are you considering doing that?
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying my best. So right now it's only Facebook and YouTube.
Facebook and YouTube. Okay.
And how often do you put out content?
When I do interviews.
Okay.
The other stuff I leave on Facebook.
Gotcha.
Because there's kids that go on to the YouTube and I don't want them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
No, definitely.
I don't want to be a bad influence because I got a real filthy mouth.
Same.
I can respect
I got the mouth of a sailor. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, save all that good stuff for the show.
Yeah.
So eventually you want to go to the audio, and then I think we were talking off before we went live. I think everybody's goal is to monetize it at one point.
Yeah.
I think you said that you would like to monetize it. So what's next for you? I know you said you do not local free start artists, but you're doing the newer freestyle artists you're interviewing, trying to give them a platform to talk about what they do, because you said a lot of people say freestyle is dead. A lot of these younger freestyle artists are not getting any airplay. They're not on the radio. So tell me a little bit about that.
If you guys haven't heard, freestyle has a lot of drama. It does. That genre is full of drama. But I feel that if we could bring out the new singers,
right,
and bring in younger generation, it'll relive itself. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially if there's old drama and you bring in something new, out with the old and with the new, and
But you know what it is that
you keep the same.
Artists,
what's that?
Some of the artists have hatred towards other artists, when I think that instead of having hatred, they should all unite. They're all in the same genre. Don't hate on the next person. Don't hate on
enough
the
for
person,
everybody to go around. Nowadays,
I have noticed that tends to be a lot of the vibe in the freestyle community. And I'm not a huge freestyle person, but just the people I know and the genuinely the freestyle people who are huge into it. There's a lot of back and forth, bicker. People are this person doesn't like this person and this person doesn't like this person. It's like y'all are all doing the same thing. You have the same goal.
Exactly.
So absolutely.
Why can't we just all support each other?
Right. So I think
don't have
great.
to like each other, just support each other.
Right.
I think it's great that you're trying to unify people and giving other people a platform to do so and put their vibe out there, so that maybe, what's crazy is a lot of people don't hate other people and they don't even know them, or they know nothing about them, or they don't really know who they are. So if you give them that platform to put themselves out there, hopefully it opens the doors for them to communicate.
Yeah, because a lot of them are blackballing. A lot of them are blackballing the new freestyle artists.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it's fair, because
absolutely not.
Even if you're an old freestyle artist and you want to bring in a new freestyle artist, give them the chance.
That's
let them shine too.
Yeah, that's not the way to make it in any profession, to be honest with you. In my opinion, you don't climbing up some, low balling or lying or like that. That's just that usually doesn't work out in their favor when they do things like that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's like, it'll be a life lesson. I mean, so, but yeah, I mean, when it comes to freestyling like that, I mean, that's kind of, where it, they got a lot of pride when it comes to that.
Yeah, but this ain't hip hop though. That's what I'm saying. It's not hip hop.
Right. Okay.
And like Tina just commented, it's going to push
the
fans away if they continue.
Yeah.
That's what kind of I was about to get to.
Some of the fans, not all, but some of the fans add to the drama. They'll be like, "Oh, look, this one said this." Just let it be.
Right.
Like we can all get along.
Absolutely.
So I got to be honest with you.
Real
I think
talk right there.
Society as a whole, from sports to entertainment to music, I think everybody wants to hold down the guys that are just trying to break into whatever field they're in. They want to hold those guys down because they don't want to necessarily pass the torch or invite new artists, like you say, or new actors or new comedians, because they don't want to necessarily give up that light that they have. And I think that's the way society has kind of turned into, like, a bunch of haters. And if one person has something and they have that knowledge, they don't like to share it with other people because they don't want them to surpass them.
Yeah, but they're not going to be around forever.
I get it. I'm saying, I think as a whole, as a society whole, I think definitely that, they just don't want to share that knowledge. It is rare that you find somebody that says, "Hey, let me take you under my wing. Let me show you how things are done." And it's purely out of love, because they want a lot of people that are in my circle, they say, "Look, I'm going to show you so I know when I look back or whenever I see you, like, damn, I put this guy on. Look, he's even."
They want you to succeed, and that feels, and so,
Mm-hmm.
and when they succeed, you succeed,
right? And that's how they look at it. Right. But there's a lot of people that don't look at it like that. A lot,
and
so
many,
too many
people. So that's why I said I think it becomes down to right there. Many haters, just people.
Exactly, Tina.
People don't want to see you succeed.
And how do they say? How does the saying go, guys? I'm sure everyone heard this before. The same people you see going to the top are the same people you're gonna, you might see, and more than likely will see on the way back down. So
exactly,
you shouldn't treat people like that, no matter what. Never burn bridges. I was told that in many aspects of my life. Never burn bridges, if it ain't worth it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Jennifer that just commented has a good point. When they start, dogging them, talking crap about them, and back and forth, it's because of their own insecurities.
Right.
Yep.
So, it's like step your game up and embrace a little competition there. Maybe that person's gonna make you step your game up, and you're gonna get on your shit, and you're gonna have a healthy little. It'll be healthy.
It makes
you a better artist.
You're making the whole genre, the whole product better. You're making the whole world of music like that better. You're raising that up.
And then when I think of freestyle, and it just takes me back. I feel like this energy that comes over you, this like love. You want to move your body. You want to love. You want to you want to touch and all that. So. When you just move into the beat, it's about love. So all this drama and hate in it is just unnecessary to come together and collaborate together.
Right.
Exactly.
So you were talking. It's funny that you were talking about that, and we're going to take it off topic. But you know how you were talking about like entrepreneurs, healthy competition. Alex just said, it's funny. I watched this show, and I think I told Tori and Alex, it's called. Food That Made America. It's on the History Channel. And a lot of these guys, beginning entrepreneurs, it was nice to have healthy competition. So what happens is there's a lot of creative juices that are flow, right? Because you're like, I want to be better than that guy.
Right.
And other persons, I want to. So what happens is it's better for society or better for the world, because if that person, the one that they were trying to figure out how to tinker, how to make Coca-Cola, improve in the speedy business of, and then eventually became McDonald's. If that didn't happen, none of this stuff would exist.
Right.
You know, so there, you know, from that actually took
along with jobs, millions of jobs.
Took the things from McDonald's, from the two brothers, he made it better.
That was
then,
crazy movie.
And then Burger King came along, took their ideas, and they made it better. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on because it's called healthy competition. It's better for the society. So just like in music and freestyle,
makes the other person step their game up too.
Mm-hmm. So if someone's putting out some music and they're like, damn, that shit is dope. I got to put out something even doper.
Which will get you more money too.
Right. That's called healthy competition. Right. And it makes things better. You know what I mean? So that's the way that, you know, that someone takes a song and be like, you know what? I can make a better song. And that's basically what happens.
Right.
So there doesn't necessarily need to be hate. Definitely you don't want to hate your competition, but you want to be like, I want to be a couple steps ahead of them. So I'm going to put out. I'm gonna put out.
So I have a question. When your guests come on, your freestyle guests, do they have you ever had an awkward moment where they try to like dog somebody else and you got to reel them back in?
No.
No.
Okay.
We've had some awkward moments. So I'm just curious.
I don't bring the drama to my show.
I
don't bring the drama to my show.
Okay, good. You know, but sometimes you get that one guest that wants to slip some side dig in there, and you're like, "Hey, whoa, reel it on in." They want to come out of pocket.
The only time there's drama on my show is when we're talking about sex, relationships, or whatever else we're talking about, but we're not with no artists.
Right.
Like the male versus female type.
Yeah.
Funny, we were talking off air yesterday, and we won't mention any names, but there was a particular show where they actually were digging and going after each other, and she was like, "Yeah, I remember. I watched that. That was so. Yeah, so there's some that they would let them go, right?
Yeah.
They were going after each other.
Get out of here.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep. Jennifer just said it. Nope, she shuts them down.
She shuts them down. She shuts them all the way down.
Because I say when you watch No Limits, you have to have tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And people, I allow everybody to speak their mind. You want to say something? Go ahead. You want to call me a bitch? Go ahead. It doesn't bother me.
Right, but just have a point behind it, though.
Exactly.
Why are you calling me that for?
Exactly.
At least have a point. Make a point about it. And I'm gonna own it. I am a bitch. Thanks.
That's real. That's real shit.
Thanks for noticing.
Grown up shit right there.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you a question because I know you said that those topics are not the biggest thing to you, but I know politics. But I want to ask you some questions. It necessarily doesn't need to be politics, but are you vaccinated?
Yes, fully.
Okay. Because and it was an article that that we were going to talk about. So, and then I'll bring it up to you, and I just want to see what your thoughts are. So, the Pentagon is calling for a COVID-19 threatening to national security, weighing making vaccination required. As a U.S. citizen, how do you feel if the government says, "Look, even though you're vaccinated, we're going to make this a requirement. It's going to be against the law. If you don't do it, we'll lock you up." So my uncle is not vaccinated. I actually called him this morning and said, "What do you think about that?" "Oh, fuck that. It's communist." So what is your thought?
I think that nowadays this is no longer a free country because we no longer have freedom of speech.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We no longer have freedom of speech. But I think personally about this vaccination, I think it's everybody's choice. Okay. Everybody has a choice. I don't think that they should be mandated to do it.
Okay.
If they want to, they do it. If they don't, some people don't believe in it. Some people think it's a sign of the devil or something.
Right.
Okay, so even though you're vaccinated, do you still wear a mask or no mask?
Yeah, I do.
You still wear a mask? Okay.
Yes.
Same.
I have lupus and I get seizures, so I have a low immune system.
Okay.
So if I was to get sick, it'll knock me down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So here's a question. Being that you have lupus, which vaccination did you get?
Pfizer.
And how was your reaction to that?
I didn't have no type of symptoms. Nothing.
Because I have a friend who has lupus.
The second shot gave me a slight headache, and that's about it.
Okay.
And it was gone in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have a friend who has lupus who said that if she gets a shot, she'll only get the Johnson & Johnson one because of the lupus.
Is she crazy?
Well,
that Johnson & Johnson, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either. And I don't think she wants to get vaccinated to begin with. I think there's days that she does and days she doesn't, but because she's so unsure. But I think she's mostly worried about her lupus. She doesn't really have a lot of flare-ups. She's controlled it naturally for many years. But she had stated that that's why she would, get the Johnson & Johnson, because it was made differently and the way that it attacks your body. And so I was just wondering, is there any, did a doctor advise you on which one to get, or did you do any research?
I wanted the Moderna, but they had ran out. So I took the Pfizer.
Right. Same.
I think it's all the same to me, but the Johnson & Johnson I don't trust, because if you can't trust the powder, it gives you, it gives you cancer.
I said, I've been yelling the same thing.
Why you gotta put that injection in?
Exactly.
I've seen all these commercials over and over.
Yeah, they've been shady for a long time.
And people have died off the Johnson & Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So last political question, then we'll move on.
You're killing me.
You're like, one's enough.
Governor Cuomo is asked to resign. He did resign. What's your thoughts? Do you think that there's some sexual allegations that he actually did it? Biden did recall for him to say, look, it's time for you to step down. What's your thoughts? I know, you lived in New York. What's your thoughts?
I can't answer that.
Do you think he rubbed on the booties or not?
I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Okay.
Good answer.
I can't speak on it because I don't know him. Now, if you would have rubbed on my booty, then I'll tell you.
Alex, she did say she's a big Yankees fan. That's the only kind of sports she watches.
Hey, I love Derek Jeter, but that's where it's
so let me ask you, since you're a Yankee, what was your favorite baseball player for the Yankees?
Jeter and Alex Rodriguez, but it's only because of their looks.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So,
Hey, at least we're honest, right?
Yeah, I told them before my ex-wife, we went to. I would always go. I try to make it like a every season thing when they play the Yankees, just because I love the battle, and I got some tickets right behind third base when A-Rod was playing, and yeah, my wife at the time, she didn't talk to me like the whole game. She was just looking at him and shit. So
I like going to the Yankee games, even if they lose. I love it.
Just the atmosphere.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm only into baseball and basketball. I'm not into football. I don't understand that. I think it's barbaric.
She's like, I don't know.
I love football. You see that?
I can't get into it. You know how many people have tried to explain it to me? I just I'm like a blonde. I'd be like, what?
When it comes to
I love football.
I don't understand that I can't get into it.
I like a sport where they like to tackle each other and they're punching and shit. Well, I see hockey is good too. Old hockey. New hockey is good, but there's more fights than old hockey. It's just hot.
So that's pretty much all I had, Red Queen. I want to appreciate. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm gonna check the show out for sure.
If you have if you need any help, definitely reach out. I'll definitely help you out.
Thanks.
So
I appreciate it.
Yes.
To you,
he'll give you the word on the street discount.
Yeah. You told me
I can't wait to tune in. I want to hear all. The gossip.
I am interested.
So, is there a time frame that you have your show?
No.
No, okay. So,
but I'll tag you guys.
No limits. There's no time limits. No time. No nothing.
Yes, tag me, please.
I'll tag.
Request me. Request me. Tag me. Let's do this.
I just started following you on Instagram, so
yeah, definitely. If you want to give your handles so they can follow you on your show, so they can get their notifications. So if you want to drop your handle for me real quick, how do they find you?
Red Queen. No limits.
It literally comes
What's
up
your
like
Instagram?
that.
It's just like that. You put in Red Queen No Limits, and I come out.
Your Instagram as well.
I'm saying like my friend Ricky, like Freestyle Ricky says, Google me, bitch.
Damn, there you go. That's definitely a t-shirt right there.
He's got the t-shirt out.
He's got
me, I had it on the other day.
For real? Oh,
yeah, I've seen them.
That's dope.
So
thanks again.
So how they follow?
Excuse me.
How do they follow?
Corey, you heard that right?
Is basically you type in Red Queen No Limits and she'll
Yep.
You follow her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Catch her show daily, weekly. And like I said, appreciate you coming on. Much love.
If you
much
Google
success.
it, it'll come out. Everything will come out.
Much love. You have a good
Thank
night.
you guys. You guys have a good
Bye.
night.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
You too, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We got the giggles funny. There at the end.
Yeah.
She's funny.
So how are you guys doing? So I want to tell you a story. So when I got back from
we're all just gonna laugh for a minute. Let's get it all out.
Yeah. I got back from Detroit and I was telling Tori, man, I feel a little itch and I got a little headache and just congested. And I was like, man, that fucking stinking mitten. Did I get sick again?
Man, that was over a week ago. You still trying to
dirty mitten.
Trying to blame over here?
Yeah, I'm trying to blame.
That's why when you come down here, you shouldn't. I'm trying to point them up. Trying to drag me out.
I'm trying to point.
When I come back, I'm loading up on my vitamin C and my zinc and.
So I did get tested on Monday. I did the rapid. I didn't let the kids come over because I was like, look, I just want to make sure.
Right.
So
that's a good idea.
I got the rapid on Monday. It took me almost a week to get it. I could have got the other one, but I probably could have.
Really? That long?
Yeah, I probably could have gone out.
5 days.
Gone out quicker, but just taking the other one and waited 3 days.
Right. But the percentage is like 20% less or something, ain't it?
I don't know. I just wanted the rapid. I wanted to know immediately. My ex-wife said you probably just didn't want to do shit all week. That's why you waited. Wow. But I got it on Monday.
Hashtag wow.
Yeah, I got it on Monday. They gave me my results in about 20 minutes. They said, you're negative. You're good to go. So there it is. So I guess I was overthinking that I was sick. And I was like, fuck, I hope I don't have this.
There's other sicknesses than COVID, right? You can get a cold. You can get a cold. You can get something respiratory. You can have allergies. Everybody, and it's kind of like
it's like everybody forgot about the flu, a cold, all kinds of everything else.
I will say this though, because everybody has been being overly cautious and have been wearing masks and have been washing their hands more and this and that, it has drastically dropped colds and flu and passings of other things.
Right.
Common sense.
That's good.
That's
and
why
I haven't heard nobody say nothing about that either. Your dad's
that's
excellent point.
Yeah, that's why I've always stood behind wearing the mask prior to COVID. And I'll say it, I've said it a million times, being a parent of a special needs child, it's something that's always been a staple in our home, especially a special needs child that had significant respiratory issues. It's always been a staple. I learned it from a very long time ago, especially when either he was feeling under the weather or I was feeling under the weather, and we went into public places where I knew we were a little, compromised. I would always wear it, even to go, you look at people who do nails and hair and all those, they've been doing it for a long time. People in the medical industry, before COVID, because after COVID, they would steal them. But I don't know how often you guys would take trips to the hospital. Unfortunately, I had been there quite a bit, and they would have stands. They would have stands with masks on the stands before COVID. This was a normal thing to put a mask on just in case you were compromised, you weren't feeling good, vice versa. But after COVID, they had to take those stands down because they were in such high demand and people were taking the whole box,
you know what?
right?
Real quick,
this isn't something that's new.
That reminds me of, when you say that, like, they do it, when, during the pregnancy or during, when the woman's giving birth, back in the day, you would see the fathers come in and they'd be, head to toe. And like,
Downed
why?
Up.
It just everyone. It's like it seems like everyone got lazy. The system got lazy. The hospitals got lazy. Whatever you want to call it.
Well,
but
I think too, a lot of people, when all this happened, let's face it, a lot of people have never been in that predicament where they felt, that they've I know somebody who's never even really been to a hospital or had to take their children to a hospital. How would they know that this is a common practice, right? So now they want to question it. Because they're uneducated on what a mask can really do. And nothing is 100% guaranteed except death, right? We all have learned that. If there's anything we've learned over the past year and a half, it's that death is guaranteed compared to anything else in the world, right? Tomorrow is never promised. But, when you're uneducated about it and you want to question certain things, but you want to block out the things that make common sense. And yes, it's not 100% guaranteed. But even if it's 50%, if I can stop 50% of what I'm sneezing on you and you're sneezing on me and breathing in, I want every single percent of that 50. Every single percent.
I want every
for sure.
It's definitely significantly lowered the things of, colds, flus, infections, respiratory, sniffles, all that.
Right.
You can say it hasn't, but again, how many times have you had a cold this year? If you've been wearing a mask, how many times have you cold? Or how many times,
and
even if you're not wearing a mask,
like
how many times have you been wearing, even if you're not wearing a mask or after the mandate was lifted in certain areas, just because of those other people wearing one, I can guarantee you the times that you've had a cold has been less. This is just me, wild shot in the dark, but just knowing how many times I've known family members, friends, people being sick from respiratory illnesses have drastically cut.
Right. Well, no, you know what's scaring the shit out of me, and I think maybe, I don't know, anxiety or whatever, but this whole Delta variant, it really scares me. You know what I mean? Like, you see...
Who doesn't think it's scary?
Yeah, well, you see, you sent me that article, but I posted it on our news feed. The guy that is dying in bed, and he's
the
like,
gym teacher.
Yeah, I should have got the shot. So many people
just a few days ago.
Yeah, there's so many people in the hospital. I should have got the shot. Why didn't I get the shot? You know what I mean? This just fucking scary.
Yeah. You got, I was gonna say you got those, the couple of players. We talked a little bit about Kirk Cousins and the running back Lamar Jackson saying like they're like fighting it. Yeah, and Lamar Jackson had COVID twice. He already had it twice, and he's still kind of on the fence. They say about getting it, and I mean it's I don't know. I think it's very selfish.
Yeah,
them to do that.
For Anderson,
I mean it's their choice, but
perfect.
Do you guys know any? Okay, so somebody had a poll the other day on their page, and they asked just to answer with a number. How many people have you? And you could answer two numbers: number of affected people that have had COVID, and number of deaths. If you knew any affected that they knew, and the number of deaths that they knew of.
Right.
And I don't think I've seen one person on there say that they didn't know somebody that has been affected and or died. Everybody knew somebody that was affected, and everybody knew somebody that died. Over, like, there was nobody that knew somebody under 3 people that died. And she had a huge response to this poll.
Wow.
And whether you believe it or not, that death is real. You can't tell me that even the unknown, and you think this is fake, and you think this is a breach against your rights and all these other things. And death is real. And if that's not scary to you.
Hey, look, Tori, or both you guys, when I seen last year, when I seen posts from nurses and stories, and I was like, I mean, I was in. I was like, I didn't go nowhere, and I believed it. I was like, this shit is real. When I seen all the caskets, and was that Italy? When in the very beginning, like, and
what about the semis in New York?
Yeah, where they were just, I mean, they had to bury people just in the ground. I mean, like, family couldn't even see them, and I always think about that. My father passed, prior to 2019, and I was like, man, can't imagine how it would have been. We were blessed to have everything happen the way it did, and and I can't imagine how the family would, it would have been so bad. And I had a couple friends pass away.
I think
COVID
often,
and just the thing that hurt so much, and it would on again, off again. When you're not going nowhere, you think about it a lot more, or at least I did. I would think about the families, and I'm like, golly, like, maybe a couple weeks to go by, and then they'll pop in your head again. Wow, I wonder how the mothers doing. I wonder how the families doing. It's just so heartbreaking. It's just like, wow. So
I met a young man recently who said he didn't believe in it. It was, whatever. His parents are originally from England. And so they came over here. His dad worked for one of the big three. They came over. They're in Michigan. And so it's just him. Well, it was his mom and dad and him and his sister. And the rest of their family is over in Europe. But he said in November, his father passed away from COVID. His father was fine. This is a young man, 23 years old.
His father lived in England or over here?
Nope, they're all in Detroit.
Okay.
And Metro Detroit area, like Warren area, Sterling Heights. But it's just them four. The rest of their extended family is in England. And so, they're like, he said it's not that bad because over there it was really bad, but in Detroit it wasn't nearly compared. They had got hit first overseas. So he his family wasn't taking it seriously. And his dad had what they thought was a little cold 1 week. 1 week he had a little cold. He said, I left the house that day. My dad left. He was fine. 2 hours later, he couldn't breathe.
Oh my goodness.
And they rushed him to the hospital, and his dad died within 4 days.
Wow.
23-year-old young man. And when we started talking, he had asked me why I was in Detroit, and I said I was giving my son a memorial.
Right.
And that's when he broke down out of nowhere and said, my dad died in November from COVID. Wow. And I said, can I give you a hug? Like, I know we're not supposed to be hugging. I have a mask on. Right. I'm going to hold my breath. I'm sanitized. I just had to give him a hug because to see him crying under that mask and to see what it took his best friend. He said, me and my dad were the closest. And not only that, he said, my mother is having such a hard time because this was the love of her life. They both came from England to America to make something of themselves and have this wonderful home and this life. And then he told me about how his dad 3 months prior took out a different policy in their mortgage so that if he ever passed away, the home would be, taken care of. And he did it only 3 months before he passed, not knowing. Wow. And he was telling me all the synchronicities and how much he said, if there was anybody that was a skeptic, tell them my story because it's true.
Right.
My dad was here, and within 10 days he was gone.
Wow.
And I just cried and cried. Yeah. And I continuously play that over in my head when somebody tells me that because it doesn't just affect you or the person on the street you don't know, but you have to think about your loved ones. And I see your comment, Connie. Yes, Alex and I both are vaccinated.
Yeah, I got mine in April. And
I got mine in June.
I'm getting my third vaccine in the tip of my penis, but hey.
Oh. Okay.
So
nice. Tell us how that goes. Put a little cream on it.
And speaking of dads, I want to tell everybody thanks for reaching out. Thanks for reaching out to me. My dad is doing a lot better. He's it's been 9 days. Alex, I talked to Alex today. I talked to Tori every day too. I think he moved from ICU to the next stage, and I think they're trying to put him to the next stage. So he's doing recovery, and he's doing great. So thanks everybody. Thanks. He's moving along.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll be home soon. Like maybe next week sometime.
Yes.
So I told him I was gonna send him a one-legged stripper as soon as he gets home. So.
She can dance in a circle.
Yeah.
One thing at a time, man. Let his heart rate get back down to normal first. Relax.
Listen, he gonna be laughing. I don't think his heart rate's gonna go up. He's just gonna be laughing the entire time.
Get him a midget stripper.
I want to make it simple.
Keep it simple.
With a peg, so she can spin on the peg.
Oh,
she can just
spin on the peg.
Anyways, you know the hell.
Laughing. I said,
I'm trying to think of something off of that, and I can't even think
No,
of it.
right.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let it go, Alex. Let it go. Let him just have that moment.
I sent Alex a clip, one of my favorite parts in Something About Mary, where
my God.
hit
Marky Post. I can't believe she passed away. I grew up watching her on Night Court, man.
Oh, well, no, we'll talk about
that. No, I know, but it dawned on me that she's in there, obviously.
Yeah, she's in
stepmom.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Yeah. And that's why I brought it up.
She was so hot. She was hot even in that movie. I was like, oh my God, because I didn't see her for so long. I'm sorry, I'm just marking out for Marky Post, but I always thought she was so beautiful.
I gotta be honest with you, we'll go into this thing, but I one of the things that I watched with my mom, and it was Night Court. I watched Cheers, Night Court with my mom. Everybody said
that with my father.
As soon as MASH came on, I went to bed. But Night Court.
Yeah, that is so funny you say that. Yep. Just that song would get me tired instantly. For real. My dad was still watching. He loved it, but I was like, yeah.
My mom loved MASH, but God. I watched. I love Bull. I loved the old lady that was Bull's. The other lady.
That brought a laugh out of me. That shit just shot out of me. I'm sorry, but the original one with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
Always chain smoking. I just pictured her. That's why I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I like and that's crazy because I forgot his name, but he played Mac on her. He just passed away a couple months ago, too. So two of them gone. That's crazy. Yeah.
And I think the judge, he passed too, right? He passed too. The judge, who's a comedian.
No, I don't think he passed away.
I think he did.
I don't know. I didn't hear nothing, but.
Oh, okay. There was they had a lot of characters on it.
John Larroquette was the best.
Yeah, it was a great show. But what I was saying was that's the reason why I brought it up. The 7-minute abs. I love that little skit. It's like, you heard of this 8-minute abs? Yeah. Well, I'm watching 7-minute abs. Oh, we lost Isaac. 7-minute abs, and it was like, it goes, and we guarantee that it's just as good as the 8 minutes. And if you're not happy with the 7 minutes, we'll send you the minute for free.
We'll send you the minute for free.
He was like,
you want in?
You want in?
That was hilarious.
He's like, wait a minute, what if they come out with 6-minute abs? And he goes,
he started twitting and shit. Yeah. Nah, man, 7's the key. 7
is the key. 7. Don't you remember that nursery song? 7.
Yeah, he said.
Seven
little Indians or some shit. I don't know.
You can't even get your heart.
It was hilarious. That whole scene was just crazy. Guy he had a dead. You don't remember that scene? Sorry, he was holding a dead body. He picked up the tractor. He's holding a dead body, wrapped in a sleeping bag.
No.
Hilarious.
I'll check that out. Just send me the clip.
And then there's a rest stop comes up, and what's his name? I forgot. And he's like, yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go pee. So he just pulls over and he's like, I'll be back.
He said all rest stops are all rest stops are stops for gay people.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the cops show up and flash the lights on. They're like, freeze. And all these guys are together in the field and shit. It's crazy. It's hilarious.
Yeah, they're bathhouses for gays.
It was the brothers it was a Farley Brothers movie. Same ones that did Dumb and Dumber and shit. So it was that type of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was so. That was a great movie. But she was in it, and that's the reason why I brought it up. She was what's her name's mom at the time in the movie, and then that's when Franken Beans when he hit the zipper because he was staring through the window, and you know.
Oh, he was watching out the window. I remember that part. Yeah, he was staring out the window.
Yeah, he zips
and
it.
He got it caught in the.
Oh, see, I told you. Yeah, he died, man. Harry Anderson died.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought he died.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It wasn't that long ago. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, the Franken Beans.
Too many.
He's like, and you know, the mother comes. She goes, "How did you get the zipper above the ball?" You know, and then she sprays it. It's all fucking bleeding. She sprays it.
Oh my god!
He's like, ah, like that was.
Did it say how she passed?
It was cancer, I believe.
Yeah. She was feeling cancer.
What's her name? Melissa Joan Hart. I know you know who that is. Well, I guess they did something together, and she posted a picture and just giving her love and stuff like that. And I guess she was fighting it for a while. So
right.
Yeah. When posted in the news thing, I was like, no, not her.
That fever train never compromised by artificial sweeteners.
Commercial.
It's like every week there's a handful or something. It's just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I'm speechless nowadays.
Yeah, I've had a few friends lost some children this past week, so it's a lot.
Right.
You know, that's another reason. Like, we have all these things that we're battling. What if we could lessen one of them, and you know it could? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to do that? You know.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Red, we see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So we'll move on to entertainment. Robin comes out in the latest comic book as bisexual.
Yeah, I figured that. Have you ever been to one of his concerts before?
No. Batman and Robin.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Robin.
but either way, no.
Okay.
Was you thinking about Robin Thicke?
I was. He's sexy. Yeah, I thought he was laying it down.
You were like, you wouldn't have been surprised if that's
no, totally was like, not even. You see the way he's resting it on concert. Sorry, Robin, call me.
The boy won.
He's bisexual.
And I'm just gonna ignore that.
We're gonna ignore that.
I don't think this is simple. I know you're going through.
They call him the Wonder Boy.
You're holding on to a version of yourself you think you have to be fit. Let it go. Figure out what's along the way. I guess he was trying to explain that he was at that time that he's bisexual, but the boy wonder.
I don't believe it's a conspiracy.
He's gay, and he's just saying it because he doesn't want to fully come out.
Yeah, so the boy wonder has come out, and he is bisexual.
No, he's not.
You think he's just gay?
I was like, no, he's not.
No, he's not. So I was never a Boy Wonders fan. I was always a Batman fan, but wasn't Robin fan. So
listen, you're bisexual. You're bisexual. I'm okay with that. This is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is. Mm-hmm. You flip a coin in the morning? I'm just wondering.
No. You don't flip a coin in the morning. Sometimes you're attracted to certain people. Like, I think women are gorgeous. I'm attracted to both.
Are you?
That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
Drake, you're a beautiful man.
Women are hot. And not all women are hot either, not all men are hot. But there's some people though that are completely uncomfortable with, like I dated a guy who was totally comfortable with saying, "Oh, that's a good looking dude." Like, wow, whoa, bro, save some pussy for the rest of us, right?
Damn.
Like, call it out, say what it is. And then I dated a guy who's like, I couldn't even dare say, wow, dude, that's a nice. It could be an older gentleman, right? It could be anybody. It could be an old guy where you're like, dude, that old man right there, he was hot back in his day, right? Totally could say that.
Right.
He's like, what? Talk like that? Like, calm down, bro. I didn't say go suck his dick. I said he was not good looking back in the day, right?
He just got so defensive about it. Damn, that's
so defensive, right there. So insecure, so homophobic that you can't even talk about it. And it's like, I don't know. If you love yourself and you love
Connie.
your
Thank you,
human
Connie.
beings, it is what it is. Thanks, Connie. You're hot too, boo. Like
Hot
you just have
stuff.
to be comfortable in who you are, and if you,
Right.
I don't know. I see beauty in both sexes, so I'm definitely not seeing beauty in like an end table. You know, how some people are attracted to objects. That's not me.
Not
No.
a pansexual.
No. I mean, if you are, you are. I can't see myself having an attachment, like a sexual favoring, like a piece of furniture. I just,
Right.
it's not my thing. It's not my thing. I'm not getting turned on by the end table.
You can attach to a vibrator to it now. You just stick it right on, and you guys can have.
Yeah, but I'm not like, oh, meet my boyfriend. You know,
Right.
and then I like wave it at people. No.
This is corner.
Meet my boyfriend, corner. I sit on his lap a lot. Like,
Yeah.
no. No.
I ride him often. Oh, sorry.
We go for rides often.
We go for rides often.
Rides in the park.
Rides in the park.
Yeah.
In the dark. No. I don't know. Not like, no. But hey, whatever floats your boat, that's what you're into. And
when I see the porn and the girl, it's the fucking the thing on the table, and she gets on top of it and she starts writing, I'm like, that is so dangerous. Like, I'm thinking this business about to
Most
fall.
accidents happen in your household too.
You're like, damn, bitch, you don't hurt yourself.
To fall off a table on her face. You know what I mean?
As long as she's wearing a life alert, she'll be all right. Just give her a life alert. She'll be all right.
She's doing some spider shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you gonna crack your motherfucking corner of your eye, bitch.
Just to ride a fucking, a dick on a table.
I'm gonna need you to go somewhere that's not sharp on the edges. You got my anxiety all the way up.
Man, she's literally a little rough around the edges. I just had to say.
Can you stick that to the wall that's flat? Because you can't hurt yourself on the flat wall. He said, I'm thinking, damn, bitch, that's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Bitch, don't hurt herself. I don't think I could ever watch a porn again that's got some dildo stuff to an end table no more.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, Connie's asking a question here. Speaking of vibrators, Tori, have you seen the popular vibrator that is shaped like a rose? It's a clit sucker. I have seen that. Mm-hmm. I've seen the videos of the women reactions to it too when they ask them about it. Have you seen those videos?
No.
I have not tried it though, but I mean, I should put it on my Amazon wish list. I'm okay with somebody purchasing it for me.
Right, each color, damn.
Yeah, whatever, A gift's a gift. I like flowers. I like roses.
So I love those dipped roses. Those 24
the wax ones.
Steven Singer,
about?
Buddy.
Singer, yeah.
Oh
Steven
yeah.
Singer.
Yeah, I love those roses. They don't die.
Oh,
they're sponsored. They sponsor a podcast I listen to.
Yeah, I hate
Chris
Jericho's podcast, and I checked them out. They look pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Connie, send me that link. She said it'll make you come 1 minute, multiple.
Yeah, you get 10% off, Connie, if you send her the link.
Best $40 you'll ever spend.
You seen that vibrator that it's like a smart vibrator or whatever? You give it to your girlfriend and you can control it remotely.
I have.
Yeah, from the phone.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I like that,
Remote control, that's fun.
I want to go out.
20.
Try it on somebody outside, like at the mall or something.
Well, you got somebody.
You ever seen those videos?
On them.
I know.
Oh, you mean like your girlfriend? I want to
try it on somebody.
That's not what I thought you said. I heard you wrong.
Goes anywhere. To see how they
like
react.
Just somebody.
Be like a madman and shit.
Well, yeah.
No,
I would like
make sure my phone is fully charged.
Just do it at a restaurant or something, right? You're just sitting there. Oh. Yeah. They're like, table 12, I think she has Tourette's. Something's happening to her.
Wasn't it that movie Sleepless?
Can't stop laughing.
Sleeping in Seattle with Tom Hanks, weren't they having an orgasm at a dinner table at a restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to do that with somebody. We should do that, Tori. Go to a restaurant.
Okay. What time you picking me up?
I wonder if we can get kicked out.
That's easy. Can we get kicked out? Come on.
You guys should put it on each other and see what happens. Have a race, have a battle and shit, like playing a fucking video game.
Can we get kicked out? Is that a challenge?
Right. How long can you last?
Right. Yeah. You definitely get kicked out. Neither one of us can say. He gets put in Facebook jail. I got put in fucking marketplace jail. There's no way we can stay in a real place.
Right.
We're getting kicked out for sure. It'll be a good story though.
Yeah. So Digital Underground's Shock G Oakland to honor him with a celebration of good deeds and good music. I thought that was kind of cool, the city of Oakland.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's sweet, man.
Kind of sad that he passed.
No.
Very. Especially when you guys played that it
was accidental,
clip the other day.
Accidentally overdose. So.
Well, I mean, do people really do that on purpose?
No, it was he had whatever you call that, not fentanyl in it. So that's what happened. It was late,
man.
So many.
Yeah. We'll move on to, I guess, like the business world, and I wanted to post this because it's kind of crazy. Like, there's shortage here, shortage there. McDonald's is dealing with bag shortages due to the pressure of the industry.
Listen, before you continue, I went to. I'm sorry to cut you off. I went to Sonic yesterday and ordered. We went and ordered like the largest size slushie they had.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a straw this big. She said, she said, I'm sorry, due to national straw shortage.
Like, what are you guys, cutting them in half? What the fuck?
Literally, maybe. She goes, national straw shortage. I just want you to know when you put it down in there, it's going to go all the way down in, so you're not going to be able to just drink it to, like she like gave me like a disclaimer. Right. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so
and then when you sent me that, I instantly thought, I'm like, they really are having a shortage.
Yeah, it says McDonald's is facing bag shortage due to pressure of the industry. Wall Street Journal reports over the past year, the majority of restaurants across and saw most of businesses coming from a takeout delivery order, which required to use more bags than usual. About 81% of restaurant business takeout delivery over the past 12 months. So that's what's causing the shortage. So, there it is.
What are they going to do in the next shutdown?
Yeah, that's right. What was the name of it? I thought it was Sleepless in Seattle. What was it called?
No, they hadn't.
It was yeah. That was the orgasm. I don't know why I was thinking about Tom Hanks.
I know. I'm like Tom Hanks doing a scene like that. What the hell? Don't remember that one.
It was Billy Crystal. Yeah, it was Billy Crystal.
Like, I ain't seen Tom Hanks do nothing like that since, like, Forrest Gump or
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies.
Thinking the same shit I am, right?
Yeah. It was Billy Crystal. He's like, what was the thing that on the movie? How do you know what? Remember during Analyze This? He was telling Jelly.
Right.
He was, how do you know what this?
Oh, how do you talk
what is
about
it?
the second? How can you talk about the second thing when you haven't talked about the first thing or some shit like that?
Yeah, that's funny. And he was slapping him.
Man, I got that on my watch list. I got.
Oh,
that's the name.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was just about to say that, but I didn't
on
know.
my phone.
Yeah.
What movie? Meg Ryan.
Yes, when Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, she was in. You just got confused because she was in both of those, right?
Thank you, Connie.
Yeah. So some sad news. I know Tori teared up probably when I said this. Hawaiian Airlines dog death, heat exhaustion the guy accused that they basically killed his
pup. Don't ever send me a story like that again. That was
so
sad.
A 2-year-old emotional support dog who died while traveling with Hawaiian Airlines believed that his pup was suffered from a very painful death, and he wanted authorities to investigate the dog. And a pit bull named Louis had a body temperature of 107, which his paw was bloody with nails worn down to the quick, according to results.
He was trying to get out. Oh, baby.
Couldn't get out. So,
yeah,
so Hawaiian Airlines might have to change their name to this guy's name because he about to sue these motherfuckers.
Here's to Louis.
Oh,
God rest his soul.
Yeah, he
that was sad ass story, man. I was like, it's like 4:30, and I'm getting teary. I'm getting teary-eyed.
Oh my God!
I was going through them real quick, but yeah hopefully,
sue the fuck out of them.
Wouldn't you?
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's flying for free.
And that shows you how it was only like 5 degrees difference, 4 to 5 degrees. I mean, how critical. I mean, how
that poor baby
serious
fought
that
too.
is. That could be something like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, there's so many.
Humans don't deserve animals.
I was about to say there's so many people in the world. Thinking about wrestling yesterday, this guy said there's so many people in this business that don't deserve to be in the business. There's so many people in the world that don't have pets, more than one, and don't even deserve to have none.
I watch a friend of mine who runs the Detroit dog DCAA, Animal Rescue in Detroit. Okay. And it's so heartbreaking to see.
Is it the one by any chance? Sorry to cut you off of like Schaefer, and is it that one right there or no?
Honestly,
Oakwood, Schaefer, or something like that, or no?
I don't.
Or is that Rotunda?
I don't know if that's where it's located.
It's been there forever, like forever. That's why I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
It's the Animal Rescue the Association, DCAA. I think it's the abbreviation for it. But it's so sad seeing her posts because she just takes in these dogs, and she's such an angel. Literally, just rehabs them back to health. Right, finds them fosters, finds them forever homes, finds people to donate. And the other day she made a post like about a week ago, maybe a little over a week ago, that said they got a call from upper, higher up, and said that they had to euthanize like somewhere close to, don't quote me, like around like 80 dogs. It was like, you need to euthanize these dogs. And she put out a call to everybody on her page and got every single dog in place.
Oh my God. How many was it?
And like, it was up there, like 80 something dogs. It was a lot. It was awesome. A lot, right? It was over 50. It was like, we need to make room, and they only have enough room for so many dogs. And when you have them coming in at, every day, so many, it's like, what do you do but rely on your friends and the people?
It's like impossible to keep up. And
she, the miracles that she works. And when we were in Detroit, I really wanted to go volunteer there. So I had messaged her because me and Dom wanted to go volunteer. We wanted to just, play with them, right? Even if it's just play with them, they just need love, right? And human contact. But because of COVID, they weren't allowing nobody to come. So you had to go through this whole spiel. Like you couldn't even do, like, their visitors day was cut as well. So you had to, I think it was like you had to fill out an application, kind of maybe a background, don't quote me, but something like that, where it was like we weren't even going to be in town long enough to be able to do that. And I was so sad because I wanted to go so bad, being posted every day and wanting to foster one, and I can't because I'm so far away. And it's just like, I would take them all if I could.
You want to do something and you can't.
I would have one myself if I could, just a rescue. It's just, they need us. They really do. And we don't deserve animals. They're so amazing. They just give unconditional love. Even when you're a whole piece of shit, they still unconditionally love you. You know? Like,
I didn't know where
does that?
I didn't know where my cat was at for like 5 hours and shit. I just started looking around and wondering.
I
started thinking like that. I was, oh my God, like I don't want to sound harsh. So I was like, God, like, is he under the bed? I don't even want to say it. You just start thinking things. I'm like, so used to.
I will never forget.
And then he comes up. I started giving him treats. Oh, baby.
One time like in Michigan, I had my backyard was really long, and my side of the street, the backyard's always flooded. I guess it used to be swampland, back in the day. So whenever it would rain or the snow would melt, half the backyard it looked like a little lake, right? A little pond. And one day it was freezing cold and the snow melted and the backyard was a lake, and I was looking for my 8-pound Shih Tzu. And I couldn't find him anywhere, right? And he's blind and he's black and white. And I look out the back door after I'm searching for him for like a good 20 minutes, half hour. And I see something white floating in the water.
Oh,
in the
my
backyard.
Goodness.
I take off running.
How
literally,
old were you?
This was just like 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
3, 4, 5 years ago. It was right before, about a year and a half, 2 years before I moved out of Michigan.
Okay.
I take off running, and I Superman jump off the deck.
Superman.
You ever see somebody run in water before? It's like knees to chest run. You're
you were probably like
that's
probably like the fastest you ever ran in your life, probably.
Oh
like
my God! And everything. I run. I get to the back of the yard. We had a big ass yard. I get to the fucking back of the yard. It's a fucking white grocery bag. It was not my dog.
Oh my God.
But
Thank
I
God.
tell you, in that split second, I looked like a whole ass Olympic runner running through and this water was like, take your breath away, fucking cold.
Right.
And I'm short,
I
so
can
the water's
imagine
up to my fucking
picture
thighs.
you just picture you walking, up to the window, just taking a glance out.
Because I'm looking for him. I'm looking. I can't find him.
You just happen to look out the window. You're like, right. You just reacted.
And he wasn't answering nobody. He was sleeping. Like, I'm asleep. And we couldn't fucking find him. When I saw that fucking white thing, man, my whole heart dropped. I can't believe I didn't fucking sprain an ankle jumping off that deck like that. I turned into an Olympic gold medalist in the fucking water, right?
Right, you would have killed it at the 40-yard.
But that feeling to know that my pet had possibly hurt, I couldn't even imagine hurting animals. So my heart goes out to that poor man who lost his baby Louie.
2 years
Louie
old,
fought.
Puppy. Damn puppy, but
they're about to change that airlines to his name. I'm flying
Louie Airlines.
Louis.
I'm flying Louie Airlines.
Louis Airlines.
Louie Airways should be.
So as a biker, I always want to go to Sturgis. Can't even talk. But honest with you, until COVID's over, I'm not going there. Look at that.
I was excited. I turned it down.
This is COVID heaven.
COVID heaven, it's like a whole COVID cesspool. My cousins are there. I was invited to go, and I'm like, nope, can't do it. They got a mansion that they're renting and everything.
Look at that. I know. I seen the pictures. I was like,
man, my God.
Have you ever been before?
No, I've been wanting to go, and my sister was going this year, but of course my dad had the heart attack, and she ended up not going. But then when she saw those pictures, she was like, fuck, Dad, I would never go. COVID.
I have some friends who they bartend, right? And they, all that fun stuff. So I was invited with them last year, and I'm so glad that I turned it down. Especially with everything, with my son passing. I looked back and I thought, I'm so glad I didn't fucking go. But I was invited this year by them again. And it was literally, they were leaving the week. I would have got back from Michigan and had to turn around and leave back out. And so
that's way too much.
I said, that's just so, that was way just too much. Plus, I just moved. Like, I have things to do. And then my cousins called me last week. They're like, we're riding down. You coming? We're going to be there. They're going to be there for 2 weeks. And they're renting this mansion. They're like, bring your friends. Come on. If you got a dude, bring him too. I'm like, we are not going and getting COVID. But thanks for the invite.
We're giving you COVID right as you exit the airplane.
Yeah. It's a whole, you're definitely getting the variant. You go there. Some shit's popping off.
Yeah.
You're bringing it back.
So
I just keep watching their pictures and looking
Right.
for, women are flashing and they're taking pictures of shit, fun stuff.
The boobies, they're flexing the
Yeah.
boobies.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll move on to the Olympics.
COVID titties. Okay, I just had to say that. Sorry.
Had to get it out.
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
real quick update. Miguel Cabrera just hit a home run not long ago. So he's
nice.
499.
So
he's
right
one
there.
away. One away, man.
One away. So we'll go on to the Olympics. USA claimed 113. China was in second place with 88. And Russia with 71. I know the silver lining. I know you sent me this article, but I did post it. Jessica Springsteen, which is the boss's daughter, won gold at the Olympics. Yeah, so I thought that was awesome. Bruce!
You ever been to a Bruce Springsteen concert, Drake?
No. I always wanted to go to.
I never been to one, but the way my mom played his music growing up, you would have thought that I had been.
Glory Days. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite song. Bruce Springsteen song.
I can hear the music in my head.
I'm so nostalgic. It's ridiculous to the point where it's just so obvious. Like, that's my
mom loved Bruce. Song. And who's the other guy? Rick Springfield.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She played those often. And then Motown, Smokey Robinson, and Journey. She played Journey a lot. But those were the ones that, like, Bruce again while we're cleaning the house, huh? Yeah.
Congratulations to U.S.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, bringing all the gold. Got the
How
gold.
exciting.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Awesome,
Sunny Lee. As she won her gymnastics gold. And I'm sitting next to my uncle, and he's like, God damn, she looks good. I'm like, calm down, dude. She's like 15.
She's like 12. Fuck down.
Only in America.
Yeah, I was like, calm down. He's like, God, you see the way she spreads her legs? I'm like, he's like 16. Oh, she's
still. Not perv up her medal, please.
Yeah. I was
like, perv up her medal.
Yeah.
They need to put
locks. I can't even put
parental locks on the Olympics for adults nowadays.
Well, you know, I was
like they used to do to kids.
I myself, how many senior citizens? Because I don't watch the Olympics. I watch here and there or whatever. And actually, the U.S. lost in boxing. We lost again, which I was disappointed. But
the woman won silver, I think.
There's so many retirement communities here, and I got to be honest with you.
Many.
A lot of the senior citizens, that's all they watch while the Olympics are on. They watch the Olympics from morning to night.
Right.
So mostly the old people. So I'm thinking they got like a 60, 70-year-old, like, oh my God, she's so hot. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God. It's like, she's like 15, dude. You know what I mean? So pervy.
Like, hold on, let me put my teeth
cringy
in for
as fuck.
Watch gymnastics.
So cringy.
No.
Like their grandchildren are that old.
I know.
But you know what? But let's face it. And I don't know why. Well, I know why, because it's just gross, and I would never want to think about this. But the retirement communities, the old folks communities and homes, all they do is fuck each other. I didn't know this. I did not know this, and maybe I've been in the dark. I had a friend
You say that
tell
like
me
it's a bad thing. No, I'm just.
Well, okay. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Let me think about it. When I'm old, I'm probably gonna be doing it too. But I'm just gonna be fucking my neighbors. Like this is like a
Blanche
thing.
from Golden Girls and shit.
I'm totally Blanche.
So, I've heard statistics on it. They said
awesome.
They spread STDs up quite a bit in these
yes.
homes.
I was just gonna say that.
They're fucking like raw dogs.
I have a friend who was an aide in the old folks' home. Said they spread all kinds of shit, and they're fucking each other. Like this one's fucking that one.
Worse than the damn high school.
Teenagers.
Crazy.
Bunch of horn tones over there. Bunch of old people.
Damn, I might have to go into a home then.
I don't know.
Hey, baby,
Drake could be the man. I'd be pretty cool.
Well, you gotta
too,
think they can't get it up. They're getting all this fucking Viagra, right?
Blue Chew.
Like, give me those.
Come on, Blue Chew. I know you're out there.
Like,
give us a sponsor, please.
Saggy titties.
All weird. Give me those saggy titties. Rooster nuts.
Give them to me. You know?
Rooster nuts.
They don't care though, you know. And I can't. Let me not act like I'm about to not be out here fucking when I'm old, but probably not like that. Probably not like bouncing around. I'm gonna be the old lady with all the plastic surgery, so maybe.
Damn.
Fuck it. Listen, I'm getting on everybody's will.
The Joan Rivers.
Okay, I'm getting on his will. You put me a beneficiary on everybody's shit.
Damn, beneficiary.
I mean, what
Hell
else?
No.
She got to do that and bridge.
There you go.
Cash App.
Yeah. So we'll move.
I'm sure 98. I'm like, put it on my Cash App, Sonny.
Hilarious.
Rub it on my booty.
Like, you can follow me at Knock the Dust Off. Damn.
I'll knock the dust off that pussy.
Right.
Sorry. So we'll move on to UFC. How do you pronounce this guy's name? He's the intern UFC, and he recently won this past weekend. How do you pronounce his name? My last name is Gane, but how do you pronounce his first name, Alex?
Yeah, I just had the damn thing pulled up. Now I lost it.
Charlie? I don't even know. But
it's Siri or something. Damn, I lost it.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was Siri too, but he is the new heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I didn't watch the fight. I just, I shared it in the news page. But obviously it was pretty quick. He won by TKO, and it was the interim heavyweight. So yeah, I just wanted to share it. One-sided fight. But he's a legit contender now, so I'm trying to look for his name. Ciryl Gane, right?
Bruce.
Ciryl Gane. My fault.
Ciryl. So okay.
So yeah, congratulations to him.
Congratulations on winning the belt. So we'll move on to hockey. Alex was telling me about a bunch of stories, or he told me about the story earlier. So NHL legend Tony Esposito died at 78 after battling with prostate cancer. He wasn't as famous as his brother Phil. Pancreatic cancer.
Right.
He wasn't as famous as his brother Phil. But Alex was telling me like this whole backstory because he was a goaltender for the Blackhawks. If you want to try to sum it up, Alex, real quick.
Yeah, I had found a story of he's one of the first goalies to start wearing the actual mask and actually get it molded. And it was through like there was another player. God, I know some of these. I don't want to massacre the name, but there was another player that had actually started wearing the mask, but they were only wearing them in practice games. And so the guy that actually made his mask by forming it, putting the cotton balls on the eyes and all that and stuff like that. I just kept digging, going down, kept digging and digging, and I found the original guy that wore it originally in 1959, and there was a backstory to it. But I'm gonna put it in the blog. I kind of didn't want to give too much away because there's so much to the story of the first guy that actually, made the mask and was famous for wearing it. So. But yeah, it was basically just a story like that. And then he was showing the original guy that made the mask for Esposito that passed away. They didn't talk to each other for like almost 50 years or something like that. So they got together and then, they were looking at the old mask and just reminiscing about some of the stories and stuff like that. He was showing the mask, how one of the piece of the mask was chipped away from, what was the name? Lafleur? Was it Pat Lafleur? Drake? I believe, one of the hockey legends. So it was so much stories. I can go for days, but But that was basically it. There was just so much, behind him wearing the mask, and man, the players were just so tough, man, and getting their nose broke and stuff like that. And the coaches didn't want them to wear them because they thought it would impair their vision and make them play worse.
You were saying Toe Blake, he was a head coach. I don't know.
Yes. So
I can't remember Toe Blake.
So the original guy that wore, his name was Jakub. I want to say it's spelled Plante. So I want to say Jakub Plante, and so I might as well tell the story because it's pretty cool story.
Tell the story. I want to hear it.
Okay, so during the 59-60 season, Plante wore a goaltender mask for the first time in a regular season game. Although Plante had used his mask in practice since 1956, after missing 13 games because of a sinus operation, head coach at the time, his name was Toe Blake, was afraid, like I mentioned, it would impair his vision, and didn't want him to wear it. So a game on November 1st, 1959, Plante's nose was broke by a shot fired at him 3 minutes into the game versus the Rangers. So he was got taken to the dressing room. They stitched him up. He returned to the game, but he said he didn't want to return unless told the head coach, I'm not going to get in play. I'm not going to return to the game unless I could wear the mask. And the head coach said, okay, because he had no other goaltenders to go to. So he let him wear the mask. Blake agreed on let Plante wear the mask if only he would stop wearing it after he healed up, after his injury healed up. So they went on to make long story short, they went on an 18-game winning streak. He played for the Montreal Canadiens. So the unbeaten streak stretched to 18 games. Plante did not wear the mask at Toe Blake, the head coach's request, after the 18-game win streak. So where did they end up on March 8th in 1960? Playing the Detroit Red Wings, and they lost 3-0. So after that game, he wore the mask every game after that. So I just thought it was cool.
Wow.
There was so much story behind
history.
it.
But, there's a whole bunch of history.
And then I just thought it was funny that they lost to the Red Wings. The Red Wings stopped the streak.
Right.
That's crazy. Gordie Howe, I'm pretty sure, was playing at that time. So, but yeah, cool story. So
that's a great story.
I can't. I played hockey and I cannot ever imagine a goaltender without a mask. That's mind blowing.
I mean, these guys had.
I seen it in the film
stuff.
I seen it in the film. You didn't wear a mask. I think if you came into the league in 1977, you were eligible not to wear a mask, but afterwards you had to. So depending when you came into the league.
Imagine
and this was before they started putting the iron fence around it.
Yeah,
this was just a regular molded mask that they were using.
Right.
Later on is when the gates, they started making
the
little iron fences.
The iron fence.
So man,
I can't imagine.
We used to play with a rubber puck, or just playing, with the ball, and that shit hurt. And we used to just put on jogging pants,
you can imagine
3 pairs of jogging pants and shit like that, and we would play.
Right.
And that shit hurt. So I can't imagine playing
90 miles an hour to your face, and you didn't have no gear, like headgear, like
Sawchuck, man. I mean, that guy, his story, from the Red Wings.
Goalie. I had a friend of mine that was a goalie at the time, and we were practicing. We were just shooting it around and whatever. And I gave him a slap shot, and this fucker did not have a cup on.
Oh man! Oh man!
So no.
I shot to look at him.
And I know you shot at it with all your
No, I didn't know until afterwards. So,
I'm saying I know you still. Either way, you probably you put your all into it.
Yeah. So he dropped like a ton of bricks, and
I'm feeling uncomfortable just thinking about that.
He screamed like a goat, a goat killed.
Yeah.
And everybody figured out. We ran to him. My dad jumped on the ice, and they said, "Well, what's wrong?" I don't have a cup in the
top.
The cup hit him in his balls. His balls were in his stomach.
Right.
So they had to cut where it was to push him down.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, what the fuck were you doing? Why were you wearing a cup? I forgot.
You're a goalie, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's like a catcher not wearing. You just don't do that.
You forgot your glove.
What
you need that.
That's crazy.
I mean, he could. I don't even know if he has kids. If he has kids, I
definitely don't want to do the butterfly like ESPOSITO made famous when you're not wearing a cup. So,
I can. Yeah, like his like so gross. They cut and then they pushed it down while he was on the ice and just blood is squirting everywhere.
Oh, they did it on the ice.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he was screaming so bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Wear your cup, kids.
Wear your cup.
Parents, make sure your kids are protected. Tell your kid, even if they forget it, put it back on.
But yeah, no, God bless.
You stop the game.
So you were talking about all these names, and I'll play these clips real quick.
We're losing! Teamwork, guys. More teamwork. They're burying us alive!
Eddie Shore?
Damn. On Eddie Shore.
Old-time hockey?
Piss on old-time hockey. You're ruining it. Boys, every scout in the NHL is out there tonight with contracts in their pocket, and they're looking for talent, for winners. Oh, my years of publicity, of the fashion shows, radio thugs for nothing. They come here tonight to scout the Chiefs, the toughest team in the Federal League. Not this.
A bunch of pussies.
Pussies.
Anyway, he was just like, he was saying old time hockey. He was like, fuck old time hockey. So, well, that was my story for goalie. So make sure, kids, you wear when your cup out.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tony ESPOSITO. He was definitely a legend for sure.
Yeah. So Detroit Red Wings, Hockey Town. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Jakub Vrana avoids arbitration with a 3-year deal. So
Rana, I think it's Rana or Reina. The V is silent. I know that.
Stevie, in the moves, baby. What's your thoughts on the Red Wings right now?
Oh, I mean, man, like I said, he wasn't done. So, and you know what? That we actually got him last season when we traded Anthony Mantha. I remember we talked about that. So he was already a part of the team. He just wasn't signed. You know, I guess he made a little name for himself playing in the World Championships. He scored 2 goals and had 4 points in 7 games with the Czech Republic. So I guess he liked what he saw, man, and signed him. I'm sure, you know. So yeah, he'll be playing with you know, on the line with Suter and Suter, Dylan Larkin, Sedina, and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm excited, man. Like I said, Pistons. You know, it's fun watching Miggy and the Tigers play good. It was a crazy, scary collision last night on the field, but you know, I'm more excited about the Pistons and the Red Wings, man, just to see, you know.
So the Tigers
shape out
now in a 6. It's 5-0. Now, if they win this, they're 4. They go 4 wins away from 500, and then the next series they play to Cleveland, which is in second place. So
it's huge.
It's going to be next
huge
week or so. Should be pretty exciting for Tiger baseball fans. So
I wish I would have got to go to a game while I was there.
Yeah. I don't think they were
pretty exciting.
I don't think they were winning just yet, but no, they
were. Just the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. That's when they kind of were headed.
No, they
back up. You know, they were on the up. Yeah. Where to go? I couldn't really find anybody that really wanted to go with us.
But yeah, man, they're all making some good moves. Everything I watched, I know it wasn't in the details, but I watched Pistons number 1 pick versus number 2. That was so much fun to watch. Them Jalen Suggs versus Cade Cunningham, and man, you can just see why these guys are just going to be superstars, man. And we talked a little bit earlier, but Jalen Green, man, he's just got a little extra something, like he has a chip on his shoulder, not only for the fact that he wasn't taken number 1, but and it's cool because like we were talking about earlier, just supporting each other, bringing each other up instead of down. I mean, they showed each other so much love and respect and everything, Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green, and wish each other the best. And I was telling Drake, that's one thing that I love about Cade Cunningham. He's 19 years old, but he's so freaking mature, the way he carries himself on the court, all of that. And the one thing I told Drake,
beyond his years,
I said, I don't think fans will appreciate. So, maybe even after his career, and hopefully, he does the way everything falls into place and he wins us the championship and stuff like that, has a good career. But I said, the thing that I love and is usually not acknowledged till after they're gone is that he has a daughter and he plays, like you said, I play, I'm not playing for me, just me. I'm playing for my daughter. I'm playing to, and so all that good stuff like that. So he's just so mature, such a smart player, smooth as hell, a leader. He's a leader, and that's what I seen out of him. Jalen Green, that guy has just got he has something extra that like he wants to be the absolute best. So that was just real fun to watch last night, and I can't wait to watch them battle it for years to come, maybe 10, 15 years. Who knows, the way these athletes are now, man, and the way they take care of themselves, they can play for that long, without a blink in their eyes. So that was fun to watch. So definitely excited for that. And
Detroit basketball.
That's about it.
So we'll move on to NCAA. Florida State's Bobby Bowden dies 91. Legendary
That's
coach.
Crazy.
Football. I'll just play this real quick.
That's crazy. You talk about a legend, Jesus. I got every record in the book.
Wow.
Nope, sorry, shared the wrong one. Stop sharing. On the right area, from the right one.
That were more revered with their programs than Bobby Bowden was at Florida State. Before Bowden took over as head coach in 1976, the Seminoles were 4-29 in the 3 seasons. Bowden would turn that around quickly. The Noles went 5-6 in his first year on the job, and that would be his only losing season as their head coach in his 34-year tenure. Starting in 1987, he led FSU to 14 straight seasons of double-digit wins, while finishing in the top 5 every year in the AP poll, including national championships in 1993 and 1999. He would retire in 2009 as the second winningest coach in D1 history. The wins and championships will always stick out with Bowden, but so do all the lives he impacted along the way.
Being recruited by Big D was an unbelievable opportunity. And he will go down as one of the more iconic individuals that I've been around. He was a superstar.
I can't explain how much that family and how much he meant to my career. I don't think anybody has ever done it with more class and dignity on the sideline and had the amount of success he's had in college.
He cared about his players. He wanted to cultivate young men that would go out in the world, and whether they went to the NFL or not, they would impact society for better. And he cared about his players for eternity. Every single player that went through Bobby Bowden's football program at Florida State left a better man.
Bowden was also a devout family man, which also extended to the football field, including 3 sons that would follow in his footsteps. Tommy Bowden led Tulane to an undefeated season and would eventually coach the Clemson Tigers for a decade. Terry Bowden also had a successful coaching career, which included an undefeated season with Auburn in 1993. And Jeff Bowden served as Bobby's wide receiver coach at FSU before getting promoted to offensive coordinator. Bobby Bowden was a leader of men, and his legacy lives on. Rest in peace to the great Bobby Bowden.
Man, it's sad, man. Woo, almost got me there a little bit.
Bobby
Jesus.
Bowden.
One of the
He
greatest.
was such a good people person.
Sunday morning.
What a great man.
Florida State head coach, 1976 to 2009, national championship.
I knew nothing but winning, bro. You
Rest
one losing season of 34, bro. I mean,
wow.
natural born winner, and he was a winner. He could have. It's amazing. See,
but just to think about how he molded these young men.
Yeah.
You know, my son played football
saying,
for many years, and just to see that dedication and that
Yeah.
love for those young men, and how he's touched their lives throughout the years, over and over, and their families. That's such a incredible accomplishment.
Or
and
off the
beautiful.
field,
I'm
just
sure
as
it was
much as
just
on.
honor, right? Just an honor to know him
Right.
on and off the field.
Right.
Wow, what a legend! What an amazing legacy to live behind.
So many people
behind.
Ridiculously. I went on Twitter and seen guys like Jim Ross. He's a big Oklahoma Sooner fan, big college football fan.
Mm-hmm.
Even people from the wrestling, just from every from
giving
everywhere.
respect.
They knew him. Oh my God, amazing.
That speaks volumes of his character and who he was. It's just
crazy.
amazing.
And people are writing. Some people write condolences. There's people writing paragraphs to him.
I'm sure.
Like, wow,
I'm sure.
It's amazing.
You could just feel his energy and just the people speaking of him and how great of a human he was.
And I watched a little bit of his Hall of Fame speech. I mean, he was just naturally witty and funny as hell. In the very beginning, he said, just the beginning was like, wow, making people laugh. He said, people ask him, they ask him, how does it feel to be retired? He was like, I wake up at 12:30 p.m. He was like, I'm ready for a nap, and then I'm ready for a nap by like 2:30 or some shit. And then I take a nap at 2:30, he said, or something like that. I forgot, but it was funny as hell. Like, shit, I ain't doing nothing. But yeah, rest in peace, Bobby Bowden, for sure.
Yeah.
Guys like Derrick Brooks, Deion Sanders, Warwick Dunn. I mean, man, the list goes on and on. But
when you're a coach, it goes further than just being on the team, because you get all these young men and young women from different walks of life that come into your realm, and you try to grab a hold of them and not just teach them on the field on how to become a team, but to carry that with them throughout their years and their lives,
and to and their families.
You don't know, and to understand them, because you don't know what kind of family they come from, right? You don't know what they're dealing with at home, or what they've been through, or maybe that this sport is their escape. So that, being the coach, I feel, is kind of like a therapist as well. Like, it's being, I was telling Drake, I feel like, you don't know what these young athletes, these people have gone through or have going on at home, or if this is their escape. So, it's, being a coach is like being a therapist kind of too. There is a whole, it's a life coach. You're not just a sports coach, you're a life coach. That's exactly what he was.
That's why people that are smart enough,
incredible life.
People that are smart enough and lucky enough to be around people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would want to pick their brain as much as you possibly can, whether it's sports or just life. I mean, my God.
And the good coaches don't get enough credit, because let's face it, if you've played sports, or you're a parent of a child who's played sports, just in general, there are coaches out there that abuse their authority. There are some that abuse their authority, that they take bribes, they do shit they shouldn't, and it gives the good ones a bad name, because those good ones strive extra hard to be good their entire career and the entire time that they are involved in someone else's life. And
that's why it's good.
Them. So it's just to see that such a legacy and such a streak of pure love for the game and his that he's come in contact with, and all his athletes, is just a beautiful thing. Beautiful.
So we'll say in the football world, the Hall of Fame just happened the other day. Kelvin Johnson got inducted. Charles Woodson got inducted. And, of course, Peyton Manning. I know Alex was watching the ceremony. So congratulations to these guys. Hats off. I'm
Alex Karras, long overdue, about 30 years overdue probably, but he's in there. So Yeah.
How was the speeches? Were they pretty good?
I didn't watch all of them. I watched Charles Woodson's, which was amazing. I watched Calvin's, a little bit of Peyton Manning's. That was really it. I was like, I can go back and watch, watch them. But yeah, Charles Woodson, I'm trying to find it. My iPad is acting ridiculous, but yeah, no, they were definitely great, man. Charles Woodson, I mean, arguably the greatest defensive player. Guy was amazing, man. Then what he did when he went with the Packers and winning them a championship, and just every year he played, bro. He played at the highest, level every year he played. So it's hard to say, other than somebody like Lawrence Taylor, that there was anybody better when it came to the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, but happy for Calvin. Happy for for everybody in there. Peyton Manning was fun to watch, man. Of course. So
Water boy LT. Right. This moves on to my next thing. Don't drugs. Because he looks like he goes, Water boy, how were you in the right place at all the right times?
All the right times.
Yeah. You see, quarterback snaps a thing, and it's like, this was one of those kids. This moves on to my next thing. Don't do drugs. So there you go.
Charles Woodson. Yeah. No, yeah, Tori would have probably loved Charles Woodson's speech. Thanked his mother. I don't know. I want her to read it, but
so good. I want to slap my mama.
No, never mind.
Don't slap your mama.
Yeah, don't do that, man. Mike, don't. Hey, better wait.
I have a crazy
slap her. You're gonna get a receipt back.
Right? A little bit of change. Good.
So, like I said, NFL world, the Cowgirls lost the other week, and I think tomorrow Washington and the Patriots, preseason Steeler and the Eagles. So, what's your predictions? I know what the national media is saying. They're saying rematch Chiefs in the Tampa Bay. What's your prediction? Who's winning this year?
I mean, it's so easy to say that right now. I can't even say that. Didn't even start their preseason yet. But I mean, I would have to say they might repeat. I don't know.
Okay, so how many wins does the Lions win? There's the $1 million question.
I know I was getting a little optimistic, but I don't know, man. I want to be kind and say 8-8, but I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could do that. And the only reason I want to say that is because of what Kirk Cousins is doing. And if, you know what I mean, they don't have that guy, that's the best option they have at quarterback. That might be 2 wins right there. Chicago Bears got a rookie that they're throwing out there. So, we might surprise.
Someone said the Packers. It's probably your mom's, but where's
probably
where's Ringo Starr? Because we can't see her name. Ringo Starr. Where's he going? Is he staying with the Packers? What's he doing?
He's staying with the Packers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he signed. I believe he signed a 1-year deal. I don't know. I haven't even really heard nothing too much about him, but yeah, he's staying with them for sure.
Pay that man his money.
So yeah, I don't know. How many you think?
You know what? They're making the playoffs, man. They're going 9.
Man, never mind.
I get to wear my hat with pride.
How many you feeling, Tori? How many you feeling? Off the top of your head.
Well, I'd like to agree with you and just say 8-8, but I just want to wear my hats that I bought. Like I want to wear them with pride. I bought 2 hats, and I literally went to put one on yesterday, and I was like, "Fuck."
Well, I'll tell you what. Wear them in the beginning of the season because that's usually when they
win the game. So. I thought about it. I was like, I said that. I swear to you, I said that to myself. I was like, I went to put it on, and I was like, this is kind of soon.
Yeah, right.
I need to wear them soon, though. I need to get it in so that I'm not embarrassed, and you know. But I was going somewhere where there were going to be people who I knew they were going to be like, "The fuck is she got on her head?"
Right.
So I took it off, and I put the Tigers one on.
Right. Just should have bought a Rams hat and a Lions hat. That way I could just switch that shit whenever. No.
Would you be surprised if they make the playoffs and they have a winning record?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. If they make the playoffs before the Pistons make the playoffs or the Red Wings, that would be the city will go crazy. They'll have a parade for that.
Right?
But
I was just thinking that. I'm like, shit, they'll have a whole ass parade.
I don't
want
to be a sourpuss, but that's probably
just be a realist. We're not gonna be
I don't want to get my hopes too high up there. I believe you can believe all you want.
I hope so. I got some really cute hats.
I mean, there's
I got some really cute gear.
Little sparkly silver lion.
They do. I got a sparkly
I've seen a
lion
lot
one.
of that stuff.
Super fucking cute. I just
Like if they can just win, there you go. It'll look even better on you.
Yeah.
Right.
There it is. That's all I have for tonight. Let's just make some announcements. Once again, thanks for all the fans for our 1 year coming up. It's on the 17th.
Yes, thank you.
I did the
Definitely appreciative.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure if you like the podcast, you like what we're talking about, go to Apple. If you have an Apple device or iOS device, if you have an Android device, you can listen to us on all platforms. If you're washing your clothes, you can listen to us. So if you go to Google Podcasts, just type in Word on the Street, and then scroll down, you see us. Same thing with Apple. You got it on iHeart, Spotify. You got it on all these different platforms. You have it available on the video platforms.
Right in the palm of your hand.
Right in the palm of your hand.
You got it right in on YouTube. Thanks for purchasing our merch, Word on the Street, merch.com. You can go to Word on the Street Pod, listen and subscribe. Like I said, thanks again to all the fans that listen. You can follow us on everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you think of. Just type in Word on the Street. Google me, bitch. That's what I'm going to put.
Google me, bitch.
Google me, bitch.
Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Google me, bitch. And then also listen, my second episode of 2 Cents with Dree Swift is going to be on Mondays. Remember, it's at 5:30 Pacific and 8:30 Eastern time. I think the topic is, does size matter on next Monday? So does size
Blue Chew.
So let me ask you a question. Does size matter, Tori?
Yes, to a certain extent. To a certain extent. As long as it's not like a baby thumb, right? It can't be a baby thumb. When it looks, I've had a baby thumb before. You see how that looks like? That's terrible. And it's sad.
Especially if it's curved like that. Jesus.
It was like pokey.
Oh man.
It was pokey. It was, and and he knew he had a baby thumb, and it was embarrassing for him. And I tried to make the most of it. There wasn't a lot to make the most
baby.
of.
I swear, he needed a penis pump.
He would leave his shirt on, and he didn't want to he wouldn't let me touch it. I'm like, I just
you
won't touch
might
it.
have been a little bit intimidated.
Just put it in my mouth. He wouldn't let me. There was. I felt bad.
You gotta ask me twice, Jesus.
Right? I was like, hey, let me help you out there. No.
Damn.
And then it just became awkward because then it made me feel some type of way, right? I was trying to be, I'm trying to be sexy with the little baby arm that you got, and you're not letting me. So I think size matters when it comes to, there's got to be some confidence behind it. If you work what you got. Not every woman has big tits, but work what you got. I think he would get in his head, and then it would get in my head because I'd be like, "Really? Why you don't want me to touch you? What's going on?" Right. And it was all, it was in his head. So I think it matters to a certain extent. But then let me add this in there, and I won't go any further because we'll save it for your show. But I've been with I've been with guys.
Save it. There ain't that much now. You gotta save it. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Literally. Okay.
Every Monday at 5:30. Yeah. We're talking about crazy topics. Tori has a show. Hopefully, be launched in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'll have my own show launching in the next couple of weeks. Tea with Tori.
Tea with Tori.
All that tea.
I love it.
We sipping that tea, boo. We sipping that tea. Sip, motherfucker. Sip.
Or how do you do it? Yeah.
Hey, Tori, 2 lumps or 1 or 3 lumps?
4. Give me all the sugar.
Give me all the sugar. And then hopefully Alex will be launching this show. We're going to call it. What are we going to call it, Alex?
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
To be continued.
We'll get in the huddle. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
So once again, thanks for everybody tuning in. Go to all the different sites. Get the merch. Subscribe.
Oh my goodness.
Subscribe. Share it with friends. If you're already subscribed, share it with a friend. So you got to check out the show. Word on the street. We're getting there, baby. So that's all I got. Follow me everywhere at Drinks on all platforms, Alex.
Alex Sportsmouth on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm gonna, as we get closer to me doing or whatever the show might be called, I'm gonna probably create another page on Instagram just for post make a couple posts every week with my memorabilia and stuff like that. Just give people something to see. And,
drop the link.
I think it should be Weasel and Friends.
I don't know. How did
I not know that they called you Weasel? I just learned this.
I don't know.
Has our whole friendship been a lie?
I hear he's been around lately, so he's.
Has our friendship been a lie?
I thought I got rid of him years ago, but
I'm like, who?
I heard he was in
Who the
town.
fuck is Weasel?
I heard he was.
Somebody
said they seen him at the liquor store the other day, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, he's
I meant
coming.
to bring that up to you. That has to be. We're gonna have to talk about this on the next show.
Right. I thought about that though too. I was like, I wonder if she's probably like, who the fuck is Weasel? Like what?
I didn't know until I was informed. I did say, who the fuck? I said, who the fuck is that? Wait, what? And then I started to think, our whole friendship is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
He never told me his nickname.
Yeah, I gave that. I think I told the story of my friend's brother giving me that.
I probably heard it, and it probably went right over my head. Like you guys probably just assumed I knew.
So yeah, he's gonna.
I was like, who is this Weasel we speak of? Who is he?
Weasel.
Is he a slick Weasel?
He's a motherfucker. I'll tell you that much.
Ooh, shit.
So we'll see what happens though. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of my sports memorabilia that I got, and so I'll be doing that next couple weeks or so. I just gotta dig that shit out, but for sure. So, but yeah, you can follow me at Alex Sportsmouth on Twitter and Instagram, and that's about all I got.
And you can follow me, Tori Rochelle, on Facebook, at All Beauty All Beast on Instagram, and The Savage Kitty, that's THEE Savage Kitty on Twitter. Stay tuned for my Tea Time with Tori.
Tea Time with Tori.
Looking forward to it. I got one more thing. I want to send my love, thoughts, and prayers from the show, period, to
all of us.
Good friend Robert Courtney and his wife Ashley Rose, who was in ICU. She's in ICU. She's been
being transferred, right?
Since 6 days is the last update that I read.
COVID.
So they have her on a breathing machine. That's all I know. That's all I'm going to say. And I just want to send prayers to her. Such a wonderful person, and I just
wonderful and strong person.
Very,
She's a
very
strong woman.
Very thoughts and prayers.
Strong family. Lots of prayers.
To the kids and family.
Love, light, and healing vibes and energy to them all. To the kids as well, and lots of love to you, Ashley. You got this, girl. You got this.
For sure.
All right, guys, let me cue this video and then we bounce out of here. All right, guys, you stay safe. Make sure you're washing your hands, wearing your mask, and always washing your ass. Peace out, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. See you on Saturday. Oh, Saturday's show. We got Bianca Chambers coming. Is that my Mercedes?
How the hell we did not plug that? What in the world
is
going on?
Bianca Chambers on Saturday.
She's a whole plug-in herself.
Yeah, Saturdays. Is that my Mercedes? Well, yes. Okay. So, talk to you soon.
Looking forward to that.
All right.
Don't forget to tune in next Saturday. Bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless you guys.